Hello everybody, welcome to this instruction video. In this video I'd like to show you part 3 of the Trinity Mandalas. In part 3 we're going to be growing this outer ring here. So it's going to take actually starting from here, it's going to take the medium mandala we made last time in part 2 and we're going to complete it into the large mandala. This is my own design. You can find a written pattern on my blog. I have a link in the video description. Yarn that I've been using is Scheepjes Katona yarn in 10 different colors. Also my color placement and exactly which colors you need are also available on my blog. Again, a link in the video description. I'm using a 3mm hook. Quite essential that you keep your hook size down, that everything fits nicely and that your gauge allows you to get the mandala into the ring and that it also stretches up nicely. I'll take you step by step through the rounds that make up part 3. To thank you for watching. I hope it's a useful video for you. Round 22. So this is the medium mandala up to round 21, and we're now continuing with round 22. So you can see it's a soft mandala. This has not been connected to the ring. I'm going to start with a new color yarn on my hook, and where we're going to start is in this round maybe the most tricky thing. If you look at the popcorn, the treble popcorn, you have 3 single crochets that you made in there. You need the center of those 3, that's this single crochet. Then you go to the back post stitch that's made into it, and then the single crochet that's made into that back post stitch. That's the stitch we're going to start in. We're going to start in there with the slip stitch. So you see there's 3 singles, the back post and then the single, so it's that stitch. I'm actually going to remove the slip knot from my hook because we're just going to attach it directly. That's maybe just as easy. So 3 singles, the back post and then there we go, that stitch attached there with a slip stitch. Chain 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Chain 12. Now we're going to skip 7 stitches and then make another slip stitch. So we're going to skip 7, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches skip, then come to position stitch number 8 and work a slip stitch. That gives you this loop here. This we're going to repeat all the way around. I'm going to give you 24 of these loops. And then when we get to the beginning, you close here in the same position as where you already have that slip stitch with another slip stitch. I'll just show you again. Chain 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Skip 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skip, then in stitch number 8 work a slip stitch. So now I have 2 loops. Go all the way around, and when you're here you're going to have your last chain 12, and then you, in that same position where you already have that slip stitch, you make another slip stitch, and then you can cut your yarn. Round 23, it's very similar to round 22. You have here all these loops, and in the middle of these loops we're going to be working a new series of loops. So here's a slip stitch. You can start after any slip stitch, then go 4 stitches forward. In the 4th stitch after any slip stitch, attach new color yarn again with a slip stitch, and be sure to work in front of the loop so your loop stays to the back, and then attach your yarn with the slip stitch. chain 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then again going to skip 7 stitches, and then in the 8th stitch work a slip stitch. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, there you find the slip stitch, 5, 6, 7, then stitch number 8 work slip stitch. So you see now you're getting a new series of loops here. Continue this, again chain 12 and a slip stitch here and go all the way around. When you get to this position, close here with a slip stitch in the same stitch. So that's the same way as you've done the previous one. You see you still have the yarn tails. Go all the way around and then you can cut your yarn again. Round 24, I have yarn on my hook with a slip knot, and we're going to start in any chain 12 loop from round 23. So for me those are the yellow loops, those are the ones that are in front of your work. In any loop, start with a standing single crochet. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come to the loop from round 23. For me it's the one to the back, it's the pink loop here. Work a single crochet in that loop. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come back and work a single crochet in the loop from round 23. For me that's the yellow loop. You can see this single crochet is actually exactly the same as that standing single crochet. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. So I'll show you again. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the loop here to the back, for me it's the pink loop. Work a single crochet. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again the yellow loop, the one that's on the front here from round 23. A single crochet in there. You might have to fashion this a bit, that they're all nicely in the center, but you can see this one's pulling a bit to the right, so just help that a little bit, that they're all nice and in the center of the loops. Go all the way around, and then when you after this last one you'll have worked a single crochet in that pink loop there, and then chain 5, close here on the standing stitch with a slip stitch. Leave your yarn attached for the next round. Round 25, I'm currently with a slip stitch in that first standing single crochet from the previous round. Just going to go with the slip stitch to the chain 5 space here and do a chain 1. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. In every chain 5 space you're going to work 4 half double crochets. So in the space we're currently in, just yarn over, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 half doubles. Go to the next chain 5 space and work 4 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the next chain 5 space, 4 half doubles. So continue like this all the way around, And when you're right at the beginning, close with an invisible join, because the next round we're going to be doing back post stitches. Round 26, new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in a single crochet, in any single crochet that's made into the chain 12 loop from round 23. So for me it's this yellow one that's in the yellow loop, so it's the loop that's on the front of your work. I'm going to start with a standing front post double treble. So once over is a double crochet, twice over is a treble, 3 times over, it's a double treble. Then around that stitch to work the front post. And hold on to all of those loops with your finger, because you want to take them off 2 at a time. There's a standing front post double treble. The next stitch, we've got here these 4 half doubles, so the first half double in that chain space, that's the one we're going to work on with the back post double crochet. So that's the first one. That means from the back around that stitch, around the post of the stitch. So 1, and around the next one. 2, you're going to work 8 of these. 2, 3, so here's 4, so now I've got the first 4, we move over to the next 4, 5, 6, and 7, and the last one here's 8. So 8 back post double crochets. We're now going to work a front post double treble again around the single crochet from round 24. So 1, 2, 3 times yarn over. You're going to have to fold your work to get behind that single crochet. Grab your yarn and then take off 2 loops at a time. And this double treble is the same as a double treble we just started with. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. So on the next 8 stitches work a back post double crochet, and then you're going to get to this single here. We're going to work a front post double treble around again. Go all the way around, and then you can close on that first stitch with a slip stitch. Round 27, new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in the second double crochet. There's this back post double here after any front post double treble. So that's 1, 2 in that stitch there. We're going to start with a standing double crochet. Yarn over, hold on to it. So in that second stitch there, start with a standing double. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, so this one, and then double crochet in the next stitch, and in the stitch after. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, it's going to be this one, here, and then stitch after work a double. Chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to skip 3 stitches and then work a double. So we're going to skip this double, we're going to skip the front post double treble, and we're going to skip the double after that, and then here work a double crochet. And this double crochet is exactly the same as the standing one we started with. So this space here, you're going to repeat this 23 more times. And then after your last chain 4, you'll close on this standing stitch here with the slip stitch. So repeat this 23 more times. Round 28, I have a new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in any chain 4 space. So I'm going to start in any chain 4 space with a single crochet. In the next double, work a single crochet. Chain space, that's up next, work a single. The next 2 doubles, work a single in each. Next chain space, work a single. You've got here the last double crochet before the chain 4, work a single in there as well. In the chain 4 space, I'm going to work a single crochet. Now we're going to come down and work a treble popcorn here in the front post double treble. In there, going to work a treble popcorn. So we've done this before, so it's twice over. Then in that stitch, work the first of 5 trebles. 1, 2, be sure to miss the chain 4 space, that you don't accidentally work over that. 3, 4, and 5. 5 trebles to open up, then come back to the first of the 5 trebles, pick up the loop, and pull the starting loop through that first position, and finish it all with a chain 1. Come back to the chain 4 space here at the top and work a double crochet, a single crochet. There we go. This you're going to repeat all the way around, because this single crochet is the same as that one, which means in the next double here you work a single, in the chain space you work a single, and you're going to go all the way around. When you get to the first stitch, close on that stitch with a slip stitch. Round 29, I have a new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in any treble popcorn. In this round we're going to work 2 half doubles in the treble popcorns, and on all the single crochets you work a half double. So 2 half doubles on the treble popcorns. Going to yarn over, just hold on to it, then in the treble popcorn start the first one, standing half double with a half double next to it. Then come to the first single crochet, work a half double. It's the first of 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the other last one, 8. On the next stitch, which is again going to be the treble popcorn, work 2 half doubles in that stitch. So 1 and 2. to your repeat unit, because these 2 half doubles are the same as the 2 half doubles you started with. Repeat this all the way around and close on your first stitch with a slip stitch. Round 30. In round 30 we're going to work cross stitches with chain 1s in between. Now we've done the cross stitches before, and those are these blue stitches here. We're going to do another series of them. I have a new color yarn on my hook with a slip knot, and this round you can start in any stitch you want. Doesn't matter where you start. You'll notice that depending on where you start, your cross stitches will be slightly more to the left or to the right, but it all balances out, so it doesn't matter where you start here. Go to yarn over, and then let's say I'm going to start in this stitch. Start in there with a double crochet. The second stitch is a double crochet, and the third stitch also. So you've got 3 doubles. Now you're going to come back to a stitch just before the stitch which we started and make the cross, so completing the cross of the cross stitch. So it's yarn over, and folding your work to get into that stitch. Grab your hook, bring it through and up to your working position, and then complete the double crochet. And that is a standing cross stitch. Chain 1, and again a cross stitch over the next 4 stitches. So yarn over means we're going to skip the first stitch and then come to the second. Look at doubles. That's 1, 2, 3. Then yarn over and then come back into that stitch we skipped. I'm pushing my hook in there through that stitch. As you can see there. Grab your yarn, bring it all back up through the stitch, and open up that loop, then complete the double crochet. And chain 1. And now you're ready to do another cross stitch. This means you're going to skip the first stitch, then work 3 doubles, and then come back to the first stitch that you skipped and work that crossover, and then again a chain 1. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. A cross stitch over 4 stitches and then a chain 1. So you're going to have chain 1s between all your cross stitches. After you do your last cross stitch, which will end in that stitch there, do a chain 1 and then close here on your first stitch, that standing double crochet that started this cross stitch. Close on there with a slip stitch. Round 31, new color yarn on my hook, and we're going to start in any chain 1 space between all the cross stitches. And in that chain 1 space, so I'm just going to start with this one, work a single crochet, and the first one is of course a standing single. Chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then skip the cross stitch and come to the next chain 1, so between the cross stitches, and work a single crochet. Chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and come to the next space and work a single. And this you're going to repeat all the way around. So in all the chain spaces, chain 1s you work a single, chain 4s in between. So those chain 4s are on top of the cross stitches. You're going to work your last single crochet in this space here, and it's a chain 4, then close on this first standing single crochet with a slip stitch and leave your yarn attached. Round 32, currently in that first standing stitch with a slip stitch there. Come to the next chain 4 space with a slip stitch, so just move up to that chain 4 space. In this chain 4 space and in every chain 4 space we're going to be working 5 double crochets. My first double is going to be a chain 3. That's my first double, and then I need 4 more in the same space. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And with the chain 3 at the beginning you have 5 double crochets. Going to skip the single and then come to the next chain space, which is chain 4 space, and again work 5 double crochets in that space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles. Continue all the way around. So in the next chain space you work 5 doubles, the next space 5 doubles, and the next all the way around. After you've done your last 5 doubles in this space here, close or over the chain 3 with an invisible join, because the next round we're doing back post stitches again. Round 33. In this round we're going to work a back post double crochet on every stitch. So I've got a new color yarn with a slip knot on my hook, and the first stitch you can start in any position you want. It's going to be a back post, standing back post double. So I'm just going to take this stitch here, so you can start on any stitch. And the first one is going to be a standing back post double. And then continue working a back post double on every stitch all the way around. When you get back to the beginning, you're going to close on that standing stitch. You can do that with an invisible join or a slip stitch, whichever you prefer. If you just go all the way around, take this round nice and easy, and then I'll see you at the next round when you've worked this entire edge. Round 34, new color yarn on my hook. In this round we're going to work a half double in every stitch. First stitch is going to be a standing half double, and you can start in any position, doesn't matter where you start. So I'm going to start here and continue and work a half double on every stitch. You get back to the beginning, close on the first stitch. You can do that with an invisible join or a slip stitch. So continue and work a half double on every stitch. Round 35, new color yarn on my hook. This round is simple. We're going to work a single crochet in every stitch. You can start in any stitch you want. I'm going to take this one and start in that stitch with a standing single. Then continue, work a single crochet every stitch all the way around. And when you get to the first stitch, close in that stitch with an invisible join, because the next round we'll be doing back post stitches. So nice and easy round, single crochet in every stitch and close with an invisible join. Round 36, new color yarn on my hook, and in this round we're going to work a back post double crochet on every stitch. So you can again start in any position you like. To yarn over, because the first one is going to be a standing double. So I'm just going to choose this stitch, doesn't matter which stitch you take, standing back post double crochet, and then continue on to the next stitch work a standing or work a back post double and the stitch after, so one at a time, back post double until you're all the way around, and then close on your first stitch. You can do that with a slip stitch or an invisible join. So back post double crochet on every stitch. Round 37, last normal round of this mandala. I have a new color yarn on my hook, and in this round I'm going to work a single crochet in every stitch. So first stitch is of course a standing stitch, you can start in any position. I'm going to take this one and then continue and work a single on every stitch all the way around. What's important is at the end of this round is that you close with an invisible join. That's because in the next round we'll be joining this mandala to the last ring, and again with back post stitches. And if you have a slip stitch, that join just becomes really visible, so it's much more beautiful if you close with an invisible join in this last round. So work a single crochet on every stitch, and when you're back at the beginning here, close with an invisible join over that stitch. When you've completed the last round of the mandala, this is where you are right now. You can see here's the mandala, and I have here the ring that we're going to connect it in. This is a 50 centimeter ring, and your mandala is at this point about 45 centimeters or so. So again, you have a serious amount that you can stretch the mandala out to connect it in the ring, and you're also going to have to do that because you can really see how much room there is to open this up. I mean, this is all kind of scrunched together, so this mandala ring will help to open up that pattern. So we're going to join the mandala to the ring in the same way we did the medium mandala. So I'm going to use the footage from the medium mandala to show you how to connect this. And it's again going to be back post double crochets in the back yarn, in the black yarn all the way round. So join your last mandala, your large mandala, to your ring. So just to illustrate to you how we're going to be joining the mandala to the ring, I have here a different color yarn. You're going to be doing this with the black, but this is just for video purposes. I'm going to be working a back post single crochet between the last round and the ring. So the first one is going to be a standing back post single. Doesn't matter which stitch you start. Just going to go around that first stitch, so any stitch, then underneath the ring to pick up yarn, bring everything forward and complete the single crochet. Oh dear, well, I've just pulled that out. That was not the idea. There we go, and then just pull this out. There we go. Then the next stitch, again back post single, so around that stitch, and this ring is a little bit in the way, so you're going to have to just wrestle a little bit with it. So that's around the stitch, then underneath, grab the yarn, bring it up, and complete the single crochet. Next stitch, again around the stitch, hook underneath the ring, grab the yarn, bring the yarn through the stitch and up. You can see I'm almost knitting here because that's just a bit easier because of the ring, and then complete the single crochet. You've got 3 stitches in there. I'm going to go all the way around. That's almost 200 of them. 192. So around the stitch, underneath, grab the yarn, bring that up, around the stitch, and then pull through. There you go. I'm going to take out this green and redo everything in the black. And as you're in your about halfway, 2/3, you're really starting to pull open your mandala. So just keep on massaging your stitches to go around the mandala. You can really, because you're going to have to be spreading them out a little bit, also to help them place them well. So go all the way around, take your time on this, and then close on your first stitch with an invisible join. And when you're all done, this is what your mandala looks like. I can't zoom out anymore. It's a bit bigger than I can get in the frame. You see it's in the ring here. And what you'll also notice is that it does, can I look at it from the side, just a little bit, maybe this much, that it sags down under its own weight. So about about that much. So it's not too bad, but that's just because there's so much yarn in here in this ring. So it's inevitable that it will sag just a little bit, but it should be only about a centimeter or so. So it should be doable when you hang this on the wall, that it doesn't distort under its own weight. But if you want to lie it down flat, I mean, that will be perfect also. But you can also hang this in front of a window or on a wall. So this is part 3. This is your large mandala, which makes a set with the medium and small mandalas. You have all 3 of them complete now. You can hang them somewhere, you can look at them, enjoy them. Brings us to the end of this project. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.